Aloha, friends and family, and welcome back to the reading of Ascension, the shift to the fifth dimension. Out here by the stream on this beautiful, glorious morning. Greetings. We are the Arcturian Council. We are pleased to connect with all of you. You are bringing more of yourselves forward in this time of rapid awakening. This is a time where more and more people are waking up, and they need guides such as yourselves to help them through the process. So this is why more of you who are already awake are experiencing the integration of more past life aspects of you, and why you are allowing in more of the energy that your oversoul is always sending to you. It is also the reason why you receive so many upgrades and why you are requiring so much maintenance of your physical vehicles. You need to keep up with these energies that are helping others awaken and helping you to become the guides that you were always destined to become for those who are lagging behind a bit. It's all a part of the process of giving you an experience. You wanted to have the experience of helping others to awaken. They wanted to have the experience of being helped. It has nothing to do with being an old soul or a new soul. It has to do with choice of experience for this lifetime. You are all as old as you can possibly be, and yet you are rebirthing yourselves in every moment into a new version of your original energy signature. Your perspective is always changing to bring new light to this process that is underway. This process of awakening is multi-layered. It is a very complex undertaking, but one that you are all ready for. Again, that is why you are receiving so much at this time. You are preparing yourselves to lead the way, to bring others along on this ascension journey. By your example, by your words, and by your energetic support, you give everything to the collective. You are in a constant state of giving, and they are ready to receive more of what you have to offer. This is why it is so important for you to speak your truth. There is no reason for you to hide what you know, because more and more people are ready for the information that you have. They're ready to hear your stories and to follow your lead. You know how important it is to have a mentor or a guide through this process, because you found yours at all the right times along your journey. And now this is the time for you to be the one who is offering assistance. We are inviting you to take on that role with enthusiasm and with courage. In the breaking free from societal norms, you put yourselves on a different frequency, a different wavelength than the majority of the people on planet Earth. This difference means that you all are creating a new standard, a new normal. You're not here to change the current systems or to change society. You are here to create something new, and in so doing you often feel like the weird ones, the outcasts. You feel that you do not fit in, or that you cannot hold a typical conversation with a person who fits in nicely with the way society wants that person to be. When you believe in extraterrestrials, channeling, dimensions, parallel universes, angels, fairies, and all sorts of other things, you are creating the experience of not only being separate, but also not being included. This can be a lonely path that you have all chosen for yourselves, but it is the path that you are on now, and you cannot help but to believe in what you believe. You cannot make yourselves fit into a society that does not acknowledge the things that you talk about as though they were commonplace. Wanting to fit in as a normal and natural desire. Wanting other people to get you, to validate you, and to be able to relate to you is an innate tendency that you are born with. Staying on your path in spite of the fact that you don't fit in and that other people don't get you will have its rewards. You, the weird ones and the outcasts, will be the leaders in the future. You will be the ones who can explain what is happening to everyone else. You will have an opportunity to provide guidance and support to those who are struggling with adjusting to the new normal. The normal that you accepted a long time ago. Bridging your reality to the reality of the majority of civilization is a task that you signed up for, but don't expect them to come to you. You will be the ones who extend out your hands to help and to serve and to bring everyone into the fold of the fifth dimension. We have given you a taste of what is to come for humanity, and we are not the only ones who are doing this. There is also energy and information coming to you from your sun that is meant to show you the light. It is meant to enlighten you to the future of the human race on planet Earth and to give you sneak previews of what is to come to you. Is what is to come as you bring yourselves closer and closer to the fifth dimensional experience of your reality. The energies are also coming to you from planet Earth and the photon belt. When you put all of that together, what you get is a massive amount of energy, information, and love. This is the most important aspect of what you are experiencing. It is not the DNA upgrades. It is not the cellular upgrades. It is not the unlocking of codes and information within you. The most important element that you are downloading is the love that this universe was created from, that you were created from. And that is the basis for everything in every reality. The point of all this is not to get somewhere or achieve something. The point of everything is to love and to know that you are the love that you experience, plain and simple. This is the experience of self as source. That is the way that you connect with each other. That is the way that you find something in your life to get excited about. That is the perfect reason for all of you to exist and to get out of bed in the morning and do what you do. It is for the experience of love flowing through you. So embracing this truth means that you give in to that which is calling you, that which is lighting you up, that which energizes you. Because as you do, you find more love within you. You then have more love to give. And the more of it that flows through you, the more alive you feel. and the easier it is for you to step into the full knowing of yourself as a fifth dimensional being, as an infinite being, as a source energy being. This is truly what we desire to give you a taste of in our transmissions. This is what the earth, the sun, and the photons are also encouraging you to feel. Enjoy your beautiful world. It is a beautiful world that you all live in, and there are many aspects of your world that you can focus upon. You do live in a system of duality, and there are extreme polarities present on planet Earth. And those of you who are coming from the light could easily become preoccupied with the dark end of the spectrum. You could easily find yourselves looking to remove all of the darkness, and in so doing, you would take your focus off of what is already right and beautiful and filled with light and love on planet Earth. You don't have to run from the darkness or bury your head in the sand in order to enjoy what is beautiful and right in your world. And you also don't have to go looking for all of the darkness within the intent of exposing it and making others accountable. You can send the darkness and those who operate in the dark your light and your love, and you can still enjoy your world. You can take what is right and beautiful and filled with light on planet Earth and use it to co-create the new Earth, the Earth of the fifth dimension. You don't have to defeat the darkness in order to do this. So at times you will notice that those who are operating in the dark will get in the way of your enjoyment of planet Earth. But if you let them ruin your experience of planet Earth, then you give them more power. If you let yourself be lowered vibrationally to their level in an attempt to defeat them, then you will have lost your connection to the light. You don't have to worry about those who operate in the dark defeating you, and you don't have to worry about them preventing you from ascending. All you need to do is understand that they represent something that is sometimes hidden from the light within you, and use their presence as an opportunity to heal yourself and to become whole. The whole you is what will make the journey to the fifth dimension. You are Lightworkers. We are the checkpoint through which consciousness enters this entire universe. We know about the balance of darkness and light in the universe, and we are maintaining a balance that is slightly favoring the light. Now you might wonder why at this point in your evolution you would need any darkness at all. And the truth is quite simple. Those who play the role of the dark are doing so to give you the opportunity to experience something that you've never experienced before. You know that you are unconditional love. You know this because when you hear it, that truth resonates with you. But how do you experience that unless you have something truly unlovable in front of you? When you choose to be who you really are, you help to take this universe to the next level. You help to tip the scales even further on the side of the light by offering more light. You have your own gateway inside of you, and that gateway has access to an unlimited amount of source energy, an unlimited amount of light and love. It is up to you how much of that you let in, and therefore, you are also helping to keep the amount of light in this universe at a magnitude that will always be the dominant force. We together are all assuring and ensuring that the shift in consciousness occurs. We get help from you, and you get help from us. And there are so many beings on the side of the light banding together, creating strength in numbers. So you see, even a little advantage goes a long way, because those who are playing in the dark are still feeling that separation from Source. And only the love and the light that you shine upon them can awaken them to the truth that no matter how far on the side of darkness they have traversed, they are never actually separate from Source. That is why you all are called Lightworkers. We are very much in love with each and every one of you, no matter who you are and no matter what you do. This is our way. It is the way of love, and love is the way that we have decided upon for ourselves. It just so happens that the decision to love is harmonious with our true nature. It is more than just a coincidence, however. It is a calling, and you all received the call as well. You received the call to love each other, no matter what. But the call is often obscured by the reasons that the mind comes up with to not love another. These reasons can be quite compelling, and they are often chosen over love in spite of the fact that your true nature is love. We want you to observe how differently you experience your life and your world when you lead with your heart instead of your head. When you see someone walking down the street with their shoulders slouched, their head down and forward, and their chest sunken in, you can tell that the person has been leading literally with their head and trying to protect their heart. One of the reasons why many humans choose not to love is because of the risk of getting hurt. When you are walking around your house or down the street or at your place of work, see how differently you experience life when you stick your chest out and pull your head back and lead with your heart. It may seem like a silly and simple trick, but it actually works because you are putting your focus there, and your heart has as much to say about how you live your life as your mind does. The mind is emphasized more than the heart in society, and it's time for that to shift. It's time for everything to shift. It will begin when enough of you are willing to be vulnerable, to love all others in your path, to lead with your hearts, and to forget about all the reasons your mind can come up with to shield yourselves and to keep your heart hidden away. You will eventually do this. You will eventually become beings of pure unconditional love. If you do it now, and if you do it consciously, you will have a much easier time with the energies that are coming in. There is something that needs to be experienced firsthand in order to be truly understood by all of you. There is a moment that you will always grant yourselves in every lifetime, and that moment is an opportunity for you to know yourselves as unconditional love. It's not a test. No one outside of you is administering the test. and it is not something that you pass or fail. It is simply that moment where you are given the option to love someone anyway, to love someone in spite of something that you find to be unlovable. Now, in countless past lives, you have been given the opportunity to love someone unconditionally, and you have chosen to hold a grudge. You have chosen to not forgive, to hold resentment and anger within you, and those lifetimes create or karmic relationships with others because you need to give yourself the opportunity again and again and again until you give yourself the experience. The experience of loving unconditionally is truly liberating. It is a magnificent experience. It is about freedom and joy, and it connects you so deeply to the person that you are offering it to that everything else that has ever existed between you melts away. That is when you know you are face to face with a soulmate. Your soulmate is usually the one who continues to give you the opportunity to love unconditionally. And you will do the same just by being yourself, just by doing and saying the things that come quite naturally to you. You will trigger that soulmate, and you will give the other person the opportunity to love you unconditionally. Now, what happens in that moment is also beautiful, because when someone else loves you unconditionally, you are able to see yourself differently. You are able to see yourself through the eyes of Source. You are able to love yourself unconditionally. And that is also very liberating. You feel free as you let yourself off the hook for having to live up to your own standards for love. You open yourself up to receiving more love, and of course you are more open to giving it. Knowing yourself as unconditional love is an experience that you will most certainly want to have, and we certainly wish for all of you that you give yourselves this experience many, many times. We are the Arcturian Council, and we have enjoyed connecting with you. And we leave you in the love and the light of the infinite Creator. Until next time, my beautiful friends and family.